Hi, thanks for checking out one of our videos here. This is going to be just a show and tell of this unit. This is an old Parmak solar unit, 6 volt. It's a 6 volt unit. It's an old style unit. We've already repaired it. I started making a video on it, but it was just taking way too long, and my phone camera was being stupid and shutting off randomly. So I couldn't. I had it was maybe like a 2-part video, and it being like 4 parts, and it just didn't turn out right. So, but the unit's already done, so I can't go back and redo it now, so it doesn't matter. Alright, well, there's fencerfixer.com is our website. There's where you can send things to. We also work on cattle scales and low bars and EID tag readers, and there's a website for that, cattlescalerepair.com. So if you know somebody that deals with that or has a broken one, we'd be happy to take a peek at it on low bars or scales or whatever. But we do work on all brands and ages of electric fence chargers. 1.5 year warranty, and lightning is part of our warranty on our repairs that we do. So this is an old style Parmak. He used to have a little bulb in here. It had like a 4-position switch on there. It would be off, miser, regular, and test. Well, that switch was bad, so we had to put a regular on-off switch on it. The bulb in here was broken on the inside, so we had to. I drilled these out. I actually cracked part of it, but I tried drilling those out. One of them didn't crack, but the other parts did. So pieced it back together to put some washers underneath there to kind of help support the plastic, and we put some epoxy glue type of stuff around the edge there to kind of keep the moisture out of it, so I couldn't cinch it down too tight because they had rivets in there before. I couldn't cinch it down too tight, so I was worried about cracking the plastic. So we cinched it down fairly snug, and then just to kind of keep any moisture from getting inside, we put some epoxy around the edge there. And then we had to wire in a new board. An old board had wires going everywhere, so we got rid of that board, got rid of a lot of the excess wires on it, and then we installed a new board. Took about, trial and error, took about an hour to do the whole thing. So, well, luckily got it going finally. These old ones take a little time, especially when you're trying to put a new style board in an old style unit. But now it's got a light bulb on here that flashes all the time, like some of the later versions did. So we're going to hook up the power supply here. We're going to power it up. So now this is on and off. So right now it's off, so I'm going to flip it over to on. So now that's how it works now. It's just like some of the old, this was an early version solid state, right after Parmak went from the mechanical, electromechanical ones. And then the version after this one had an LED that sat right up here. Basically that LED there was sitting over here and it didn't have this thing on it anymore. And they only had a 2-position switch or a push button switch. And this has 3 terminals to it. It has a ground, dry condition terminal, and I guess normal wet condition terminal. Basically what it means is when it's drier outside, the animals aren't getting grounded well enough typically, unless you got a really good ground system for the setup that you're using. But on the between ground and the dry condition, it actually had a little bit bigger spark jumping from it. And that was to hopefully, in a dry situation with the ground and everything being dry, it would have a little bit more pop to it. And on the normal condition, it would be maybe not as big of a jolt. So, but still works, still puts out good voltage and everything. Put a fence tester across it. So he puts out almost 9,000 volts out of the thing. Let's see what it does on dry. Probably the same kind of voltage. Yeah, same kind of voltage on dry. Just I think the current coming out of the transformer is a little higher or something. You see the switch still works. Oops. Got a loose connection on there on my power supply. See, still where it turns on, turns off, turns back on. So I brought a 40 plus year old Parmak back to life, so that's nice, and a little bit of money involved in doing it, but it's almost new on the inside, minus the transformer being original. But you know, transformers are still available. You can drill the old one out, put a new one in, rewire it, so not a big deal there. So you know, as long as you know what you're doing, you know, these old ones can be brought back to life. So if you got an old fence charger like this, an old Parmak 6 volt 12 volt unit, or any other brand or model, I'll be happy to take a peek at it for you. So in the meantime, we're going to move on to another unit, and we'll see you guys later. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you later.